What is up, you guys? Welcome to the pre-party of Let's Talk Pendejadas Season 2!
Oh my goodness, how exciting!
We came back with double the trouble and...
Double the cheese, man. Double the sex.
I feel like the past season has definitely taught us a lot of, lessons and what we kind of want to evolve this podcast into being. As of right now, no sabíamos cómo íbamos a hacer
todo esto, like we were trying to figure out, okay, what route, how did you want to like put everything, like
what's our own style?
Yes,
what's
exactly.
Our style?
No, literally, because there's so much styles that a lot of people do as a podcast, but like we want to do something that's very us, that we haven't seen. And I think you've accomplished it.
We accomplished it. You know, ahorita, it's a little bit empty, but there's still things that are going to be added. Pero mija, los paychecks don't. Once we stop this podcast, we became broke.
Literally, this podcast came through. Thanks to you guys once again for continuing on with the support, with continuing on wanting to hear season 2, because I hope you guys did not forget or anything, but literally we are fucking back and I'm so excited.
And we're so excited because I have been getting a lot of DMs. When is Let's Talk Pendejadas gonna come back? I've been getting it on live. And don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
Mine's My Tits XO.
And that's where we kind of just give you guys a little bit more insight of our life. And also, if you guys don't follow us on YouTube, of course, Let's Talk Pendejadas is on my channel. But if you guys don't know, Irma does have her own proper channel.
Yes,
so
I do.
Don't forget to support her because Irma is the funniest little bitch I've ever heard of.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate you.
And we're trying to get Irma out of this motherfucking room that she's sharing in a new motherfucking Mercedes-Benz. So go subscribe to her YouTube channel right motherfucking now.
Click. It's the same thing, My Tits XO. So, and also, if you haven't subscribed to Danny's channel,
subscribe now.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
This is where you're going to get your daily juice of Let's Talk Pendejadas. And we are going to upload every single week. No les voy a decir el día porque yo sé que no soy muy reliable with that.
We're always up and down. We always have last minute plan changes and stuff. So just bear with us on that, please.
We're going to try to keep a schedule, but for the meantime, it's a weekly podcast. Let's kind of just give you guys a little bit of an introduction of what Let's Talk Pendejadas Season 2 is going to come about.
Yeah.
The first thing that I want to tell you guys is que el chisme last season was minimal.
Very minimal. Like, if you thought that it was a lot and it was like, oh my God, they're really going in. No, you really thought.
This time around, we kind of just me and Irma had a conversation on this very couch and we said to ourselves, amiga, ya me harté de estar callado.
Yeah.
We need to talk this shit, honey.
For
because
real.
bitch, there's a lot that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we didn't talk about why we didn't talk about it beforehand is because, I feel like we just didn't know how the internet worked as well.
Yes. Yeah. And it could be I just feel like people could twist things and it's very contradicting to what we're trying to say. So it was just a lot of kind of risk that we were trying not to avoid, but now it's kind of like,
girl, we're done avoiding that shit.
Shell. Like, we're gonna say our shit and talk our shit and
like, look, we'll give you guys a preview. We'll give you guys a little bit of tea, and the only reason why we're telling you guys this is because we want to give you guys an update of our lives. And I feel like you guys haven't heard of it. And me and Irma have a very perspective of what influencers are.
Yeah.
Me and Irma, cuando lo estamos sentando allí en, we're sitting down at club hostings or even events, ahí andamos nosotros chismeando como pinches viejas verdureras.
We really are. So you guys tell us the next time we go to an event.
So that next time you see us at events and we're like, watch out, pinches chismosos. No. But it's not even that. It's like we focus on the outside coming in. And since nobody kind of pays attention to us.
No, and it's true. And you know what? I feel like we're kind of like micro influencers, like just getting our little feet in. And we don't see it as like a main influence. We're kind of like spies. Not even
we're all
spies,
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible. But no, it's not even that. It's just that we're able to see exactly how
an influencer works.
It really is that. So it's kind of shocking from the experiences that we've had before. So that's why we kind of want to vocalize on it, because people don't talk about this stuff. People don't talk about the real stuff that goes on.
Yeah. What this is leading up to was that we actually just went to the fair with Elsie, Alondra, Benny, Jose Bay, and Shadi Bay. And we had a fucking fabulous time. I honestly,
so much fun.
I was like a little worried because we were late. And to top it off, there was so much motherfucking traffic.
It was. I was so surprised. We were an hour stuck in traffic, basically sitting in the same spot for 30 minutes. No joke. It was so bad.
Honestly, I have told Irma and I have told Alan, my hell is being stuck in fucking traffic.
Yes.
Being in a bubble and not being able to move, girl.
Ansiedad to the roof, bitch.
Yes, bitch. Anyways, so we got there a little late and we ended up meeting with each other and we had a grand old time. I had a lot of corn dogs. We got on a couple rides.
The cookies, though.
The cookies from the hair, though.
I love those. I like them better without the chocolate chip, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, wait, they had sugar ones?
No, they didn't have sugar ones, but I prefer the dough. Like, the chocolate chip cookies are bomb, but personally, I find the ones that I choose are the ones that has the less chocolate because I want more of the dough.
Because it's so cinnamony. So you like sugar cookies.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is, right? But anyways, it was just really fun. So much good food. So much bomb-ass ride. The first one that we went on,
oh yeah, I honestly didn't even see how it ended or how it started. I was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Well,
why not?
Yeah. Lo subimos, and it was scary as fuck. Jose didn't end up getting on the ride because he was a little scared, but está bien. And then Shadi didn't end up going, and then Alondra had her baby and stuff like that. Yeah. But what we were kind of more talking about was, you guys already know how hot the phenomenon is with Shadi Bay. I love Shadi Bay.
Shadi Bay is so nice and genuine, and for those who like say so much stuff, I'm like, girl, meet her first. Actually, like, conversate with her, because I know that she's not like a very talkative person when she doesn't know a person, which is totally understandable.
That's okay. I feel like that's with anybody, for sure.
But the more often that we've been seeing each other when we run into like events,
sweetest soul ever.
Really nice, and I'm like, wow, like, what are these people like trying to say?
And the internet is definitely so quick to judge us and to like spike everything with their little evil words. But something that I was noticing, I have no problem with when like supporters or you guys come up to us and ask us for pictures. Never have a problem with it.
We love meeting you guys.
Having interacting with it.
It's a moment.
But since we kind of came across the topic of like that we're micro influencers and we're not the hottest shit ever.
Exactly.
We are around hottest shit ever. You know what I mean? And there was a time where I was like eating my corn dog. I was like, and I would just kind of make a whole ass 360 and I would notice people just filming. Yeah. And I felt very much like a caged animal. And I know that they were not filming me, but I know for a fact that they were filming like Shadi Bay. Yes. And I was like, girl, like have some sense of respect. And not only that, there would be pictures. We would all be up in the crowd and there would be children and like take care of your children, baby. Like educate them. No. But on some serious ass note, they would literally like bump into between me and Irma. Yeah. And be like, go up to Shadi Bay's face and be like, can I take a picture with you?
No, but
obnoxiously go. Like, let me show you. Can I take a picture with you?
Literally like that, and just imagine it in front of the face. I was shocked at the fact that people think it's okay to go in your face and be like, can I take a picture with you? Like, the amount of anxiety. I'm sorry, but like that low-key is social anxiety for sure. Because
I'm sure Shadi Babe, like herself, she has social anxiety. I'm not sure, but any type of person that has been in this industry and for like a long time, for a long time, or just seeing it as like the eyes going in, like it's just. These type of things do give you social anxiety. Just remember, like, you guys might know us, but you guys are I'm strangers to you guys, and I would love to meet you guys, and I would love to be able to sit down and have like kinky with you, but unfortunately I can't. So like it's just the exact same way. Your first impressions are always very taking note of. So if your first impressions are like that and you think that we're being disrespectful
or being rude or anything,
girl, have some knowledge sense. Like, I would never do that to you. Imagine me going up to you and being like, can I suck your man's dick? Girl,
like, it's about respecting the one, like,
just boundaries.
It's respecting boundaries. It's being respectful with the, you know, our bubble. And it's just like, there's a way to come up to people, and there's a way to talk to people, especially if you're like fangirling. Because, girl, I understand how it is to fangirl.
Girl, when I first met Shawty, babe, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait.
Literally.
And I was like, she's right there. Yeah, but like, I didn't go up to her and be like, can I make a TikTok?
No.
Like, no, honey bunch. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself and be the kindest soul. I'm a human being too. Like, I'm going to be respectful and be like, hi, my name is Danny. Like, I know you don't know me. Like, I'm still going to introduce myself. I don't expect you to know me. I don't deserve that type of respect immediately. Like,
yes. We're not, like, if you really think that, if you guys are thinking like, oh my God, like they're trying to be top shit, and like they think that everybody needs to be like hi and like be respectful, but that's not the case, girl. Like, it's just same thing. Respect. Have some respect. People who are big influencers, no matter what you're labeled as, we're all human. Yeah. We're all human. Treat each other like human. That's pretty much
bada bing, bada boom.
It's simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Now that we kind of gave you a little bit of a glimpse of what we're going to be talking about this season, let's go over the last couple of episodes of Let's Talk Pendejadas, of where we kind of, you know, there's a couple of controversial stuff that we never talked about. Thank you to Z-Biotic for sponsoring this week's episode. Let's face it, after a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. I have to make a choice. I can either have a great night or a great next day. That is until I found Z-Biotics. Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic.
Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into toxic byproduct in the gut. It's the byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day.
Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break these probiotics down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most.
Just remember, drink Z-Biotic before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow.
Z-Biotics before drinking it, I don't forget. It's super easy for me just to kind of just grab it, drink it before I go, and I make sure to pace myself. Who wants to have a horrible morning? I don't. I like to just kind of wake up and just have a really good day. Before August 28th, Labor Day weekend is right around the corner, so make sure you stock up before the long weekend. Your friends and family will thank you.
Go to zbiotics.com/LTP to get 15% off your first order when you use code LTP at checkout.
You can also sign up for the subscription using my code LTP so you can stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. Z-Biotics is backed with 100% money back guaranteed. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked.
Remember to head to zbiotics.com/LTP and use code LTP to get 15% off. Thank you, Z-Biotic, for sponsoring this episode. We're going to go ahead and look over also just a little recap, just a little throwback of these episodes. Because as he said, we were talking about little, you know, stuff that we wouldn't really want to talk about, but now we are going to talk about it. So Season 1, little recaps from each episode. Honestly, I'm excited for this because there's a few ones that were my favorite and was just like, when we were reviewing these podcast videos, I was like, oh my God, reminiscing, like, oh, this was so much fun. Yeah. Like, this happened that day. Like, I forgot that we even talked about this. Mm-hmm. Like, I was honestly just reminiscing. I was like, I'm so excited for Season 2. So I want you guys to feel the same way that I did and how he felt. Okay, so let's get to it.
After, I felt like I was the most ugliest like girl ever, and I felt horrible in myself. I hated it. But that was like the best thing to feel, because after you felt like the best, like greatest bitch in this entire world.
Oh my God. Bitch. When Ashley was on the podcast.
Dude, I remember that was when Ashley had officially broken up with her boyfriend that she moved out to in Utah. And girl, has my sister came a long way.
Dude, literally, we all have been through so much. Well, not only Ashley, because girl, her hair isn't that red no more. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, now it's nasty. Now it's nappy. I'm just kidding.
She looks so good. And then we're going to talk about how different we both look in a sense of like, weight, low-key. Yeah,
I think I only gained like a couple pounds, but I think it was definitely noticeable.
But you were a lot thinner now than that.
For sure. For now.
Sure.
And this was in August.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm happy that like this episode, I think that Ashley was actually the first guest that we've had.
Oh yeah, she
this
actually
was the first guest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. No wonder. I was like, wait, there was something about this episode, but she was literally the first guest.
Hopefully we're able to like get more guests this time around, but low-key, like I don't even want guests on my show.
You're like, I'm over them.
No. It's not that. It's just you guys during this break, we did hit up a couple of influencers. Some of them were micro, some of them were even bigger, and we've interacted with them and they have said yes, and they have never hit us up. We're also not kiss asses.
We're really not gonna kiss everybody's ass, and I know
that people have things to do as well. But like also like if Irma has asked once, twice, or
I have, and it low-key that one of them was kind of like not embarrassing, but I was kind of shook it because after they thought it was for Alan's podcast, and I was like, I'm pretty
and
sure.
they like laughed in your face, huh?
Yeah, and like I get it. We were
they
probably
were like,
all
your podcast.
like you. Ooh, I don't know about that, but okay, sure, for sure, hit me up.
They literally just said yes and moved on, and I was like, girl, you literally were rude for 5 seconds, and then you moved on.
No joke, and I was just like, you know what? After this, I'm not asking anybody because that was so embarrassing. I'm done. I'm done being.
And
rejected.
then I started asking people, and then people would just be like respectfully yes, and then I would be like, okay, let me know a date. I would hit them up later on and be like, hey, let me know if you're available.
Yeah.
They would see me on scene, and from now on, they're on mute on my motherfucking Instagram page.
Yeah, so not our problem. Oh okay. Well, we tried.
Yeah, alrighty then. Let's go ahead and watch the second one. First girlfriend, we lasted for a good while. She was my girlfriend because it was within the family, like my mom's friend, and it was her niece, I believe it was. So she was my first girlfriend, and then I also had 2 more girlfriends on top of that. I was just with 3 girls, and I never really did anything with them but make out with them.
Oh my god, you're such a freak. You've experienced, I guess.
Oh my god, you guys, I forgot I told you guys about my girlfriend story.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what I mean. Like, we literally forget that we've mentioned these, especially when we're fucking drinking, dude.
Yeah, no, really though.
That alcohol, like, we would drink. Low-key, I think I'm happy
I feel like sometimes the alcohol just kind of just forgets that we talk about things, or sometimes it just gets us in our feelings.
And then when I'm editing this too, I'm like, why did I still put it in? But you know what? That's what you guys want. So it's going to be a lot more for season 2. So just imagine Danny's experience. I wonder if you have any more.
Honestly, this season, like we said, we're going to talk a lot more about sex. I'm going to talk about more like being in like the relationship. So I am going to be talking a lot more about my relationship, and I hope Ellen doesn't get mad.
I'm going to be talking more about a single girl, finally getting back into her little rabbit,
Yeah,
mood.
because I had told Irma that she needs to fucking she needs to be like...
I need to get out there because
like
girl,
our guinea pig.
Stopped. I really stopped for a minute, and now that low-key I've been feeling it lately, and I'm like, she's back.
She low-key needs to give us the inside scoop, honey
I
bunch.
really do, and I'm honestly really down because lately she's getting a little fastidiada, and I think it's just my hormones asking for the cock, So it's definitely time to get these hookups going. So if y'all are interested, DM me. Just kidding. No.
Boy or girl. or anything.
I love to experience.
Did have a little, interaction to course touchy with a girl before. I will say this was actually a few years ago. I haven't doing things with the girl for a few years, but honestly I will say that experience, because it was a threesome.
Dude, stop. Low-key, hold up. I need a round 2 of a threesome experience because I've been missing that, and I've been thinking it, and I've been getting wet about it.
You're like, I've actually been thinking about it consistently. You should watch my history. My history right now is consisted of 3-way porn. You're like kitty porn.
Kitty porn, Pornhub, RedTube. You remember that? RedTube?
No, I watch Twitter porn now.
Nah, that shit, low-key, my friend tried to get me into that, but never mind. Anyways, but yeah, that was crazy. I for sure want to have more experiences just to be able to kind of vocalize and say the truth about this.
Yeah, Irma needs to fucking take one for the team, huh, guys?
I really do. You too. What do you mean? Break up with a lad.
Never.
I'm kidding. No, don't. I'm kidding. If they break up, it's because of me. Just kidding. No.
Alrighty, then let's go ahead and go on with our next one.
Tu papá trabajaba lo suficiente como para estar bien allá los dos en México. No tendría, no es que no tuviera necesidad, todos tenemos necesidad, pero a lo que me refiero es que no estábamos tan mal como para que él se haya tenido que venir para acá y dejarme contigo. Lo que pasa es que fue como un plan.
You guys,
How
dude,
did you feel?
after that episode, I feel like I have been kind of like exploring my life. And when I say exploring my life, just kind of like my past and healing my inner child. And it's very difficult right now because older feelings are coming back that I don't like my anger or, you know, like my sadness, my depression and stuff like that. Finding and healing your inner child or just kind of just moving past it and just trying to live your own life has been such a journey. And ever since I filmed that episode, I have been discovering a lot of things that I just can't wait to talk to you guys about. I don't know if I want to necessarily do it for the podcast. I just want to kind of, and it has nothing to do with you because of course I always talk to you about everything, and this is like our this is where I kind of vent to you a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just like sometimes I feel like I need to vent to myself to kind of reassure myself that I know what I'm talking about and know what I am going through and how I need to heal my inner child.
Because you know what? The thing is, like, it's unfortunate because I can't be there for you at those moments because, one, I won't understand how you feel. I never experienced what you went through growing up. So for me to try to be there and then for me, like, not, because I'm going to admit, I probably hasn't been the greatest friend lately by, like, you know, letting you talk or, like, you being able to express your feelings and me knocking them down, which I do apologize for, of course. But it's crazy how healing is such a process.
For sure.
Healing takes so much that even if you try to get help from people or even if you want to try to
even help yourself, it's still
so
hard.
And, you know, you're doing your best. You do what you got to do. And, you know, this is the moment and this is the podcast. And even just for
is the moment.
to just, you know, vent out.
No, yeah, for sure. I just feel like I'm so excited for the next chapter. And, you know, lately, a lot of the people around me that are turning 25, like, everyone, I just kind of just don't like them anymore. And it's not nothing like that. It's just like that we're all just going towards being adults and kind of like actually living our own lives and stuff like that, you know, it's okay to not like each other when you're adults. We all change when we become adults, and you know, you just kind of have to respect it. Everyone has their own opinions, everyone has their own decisions, and everyone has their own thing. You know, I love my friends, but you know, I will never let my age define who the fuck I am, because bitch, I might be 25, but bitch, I am still 16 at heart. I still watch cartoons, bitch.
Literally, but you can never go wrong with cartoons.
Literally.
The fuck up. Teen Titans, bitch. But not the cartoon versions, the old animated versions. That's what I'm talking about.
Work, bust my ass off to be where I want to be and not go back to that job.
Exactly.
Yes, I have the privilege to get a job wherever I want, and maybe I will try to look for another job somewhere else. But this is my opportunity to be like, fuck where I work. I don't want to be there anymore. And this is going to be a better way of not quitting. Like, I still have my job. If I wanted to go back, I can. Exactly. But if I don't want to, once I get my papers, I don't have to. Nah, dude. Today was such a fucking rough day with that. Like, talking about my papers was like, girl, I can't wait to update you guys. The only reason why I haven't told you guys anything is because I just feel like I need to keep it down low, because if the lawyer gets a hold of everything that I have said about him, God forbid, you know, unfortunately our own people are out to get us. And our own people are very much like, they're not here to help. They're only here to help themselves once they reach the top. And that's the sucky thing about it. But you know, I once it's all done, and once you guys see me being like, my green card, you know,
You're gonna be
I'll be able to talk about everything. But for the meantime, bitch, girl, it's been a spiral.
Damn, so that already says a lot. Well, overall, that was probably the time that you actually... Was this the time that we officially stopped working, huh?
I feel like, yeah.
This was the time where we stopped working?
Oh, me working, not you.
Oh, yeah, I was still working. Oh, my God. When was this again?
I don't even remember.
I don't even remember. But I think this was a little bit after in 2022, like probably in summer or something like that. That's when it happened. So I am a cat caller. Like, if guys are able to cat call women, I think I'm able to cat call on men, or a dog call.
Because they're dogs.
They really they are. They're little perritos, fucking like corn dogs everywhere. Dude, stop. And that's fucking facts. That is such facts. Like, I will still stand with that statement. I will dog call no matter what. If I want your attention, boy, I will get it. Nah, but honestly, for sure, I'm going to have more experiences, hopefully, and be able to give you guys more of the tea. So, look out.
Okay, you guys, these motherfucking comments got me triggered.
I am ready to fucking trigger these bullets because this is fucked up. I'm gonna fight y'all bitches. I'm just kidding. No, tampoco.
No, I feel like I have had my load of fucking comments when you guys say that I cut off Irma or that Irma cuts off me. And
you know what? It's out. Sorry, like right now, I literally accidentally just cut him off because it's not intentional, but it's just how we talk. And I understand it from the perspective of people who are listening or who are watching.
You guys are thinking that I'm trying to shut down Irma or something like that. And that's not even fucking true.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, si estás con tus amigos, cuando estás en la plática y la plática está buena, sometimes you gotta interrupt each other because you gotta talk, honey bunch.
Yeah, before you forget it. And then you're like, never mind, forget it.
But I think we're gonna definitely try our best to not try to cut each other and be mindful for each other. But nunca have we ever tried to do it out of maldad or out of purpose or anything like that.
We were never intentional to cut each other off. So it's kind of like to see these comments and for us to keep mentioning it and to keep rephrasing, like, we don't intentionally do it. Like, it's just how we talk. Like, we're sorry. We're just really love talking to each other, you know?
Now, when it comes to the podcast and it being on my channel, let me clarify when it comes to financial stuff.
It's just because a lot of people are literally always saying and commenting shit every single time, every single video. And it's just like, girl, we mention it pretty often, but to start off this season, a little heads up, this is how we work our stuff.
So we pretty much, on the reason why we put it on my channel first was because when I started off the podcast, I was testing out the waters with everything at first. You know, right now we're expanding as much as possible and we're going to try to get our own YouTube channel. But as of right now, we don't have any complaints about having the podcast on here. You know, Irma has never brought it up to me or be like, hey, like, put it on my channel. And I have never had a problem where it's where I've had conversations with Irma and been like, hey, do you want it on your channel? Should we have a separate channel? You know, the logistics of the things that go behind the scene are, you know, if we had a separate channel for the podcast, we had to build it up with the views.
Yes.
And we weren't going to be able to get paid as quickly as we wanted to from the very beginning, as if it was monetized on my channel at first.
And not only that, Danny was the one that actually started his channel first and was actually posting first. I had a channel, but I haven't uploaded for months.
You know what? You're so right.
I haven't uploaded
when we first started the podcast, I was out of work. And I had already was thinking about the podcast beforehand, and Irma wasn't consistently uploading on YouTube.
So I wasn't getting paid from YouTube at all. I literally lost from getting paid from YouTube from not uploading for more than 6 months. Exactly. I lost my eligibility. So for us, yes, we want to make this content for you guys to watch, but también, like, why are we going to put it on a channel where we could also get paid from? Might as well do it on Danny's. And as mentioned, I don't have a problem with it, and I still don't have a problem with it, and I won't have a problem with it.
Now, financially, everything is 50%.
Yes.
From when we purchase the setup, from when we purchase microphones, from when we purchase subscriptions, from when we purchase anything that has to do with the podcast has been split 50-50 from payment, from everything. Everything is out in the open. Yeah. If we really didn't want to, we don't have to disclose these things, but because, as we've mentioned before, ustedes son nuestros amigos.
Yeah, exactly.
Somos amigos para siempre.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, bestie?
But you know, that's why we are okay with telling you guys all of this, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that we need to hide.
There's nothing else that we could really bring up, because at the end of the day, if you guys really want to know the cuentas, too bad.
But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this pre-party of Let's Talk Pendejadas.
Hopefully you guys at least enjoyed a little something during this. Like, you guys already know the drill. Like, have something while we're listening to us. But this was fun.
We didn't do wine of the week today because, of course, we're bringing it back for next week. This is just a pre-party. I know, what's a party without alcohol? But girl, you don't need alcohol all the goddamn time. Okay? So
we've been getting carried away with alcohol, so I'm glad that we kind of took a break with the alcohol.
And you guys, I am on a fitness journey now where, like, I'm trying to get toned, and my trainer told me that drinking sets me back 2 weeks. Honey bunch, I am not about to be fucking working out so much and set myself back 2 weeks, honey bunch.
That's new to me.
No, it's just for muscle growth.
Okay. Like, I'm just losing fat, so that's perfect. If I gotta throw up, perfect.
Yeah, so like I just need to make sure, but alcohol is definitely coming back. So go ahead and comment down below what your guys' favorite alcohol drinks are.
Yes.
And we will be actually shouting you guys out every single time that you guys send us a recommendation for that wine. So go ahead and comment down below what's your guys' favorite part, and some wine and alcohol suggestions come back up. Click that like button and that subscribe button, and don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
Mine's Irma Tits XO. And don't forget, love yourself, praise yourself, and just heal yourself.
And don't forget to be kind, be smart, and be patient.
Oh, I love that. Bye.
Bye.